nightclubs are the best. They play the best music.
Camera flash pleasures, moments of intimacy, of synth-aided ecstasy in crowded darkness, drunk on the flesh or maybe the drink. Our love burns like a flame, blazing a trail through the bedsheet with tooth-shattering felicity. In the morning, you are the only man I'll ever love. In the morning, I don't remember your name. If you like butch women, why don't you just date men?
You couldn't have known that you would meet someone who could hold in their arms both strength and tenderness, whose hands would grasp with a desperate, quiet force, whose voice box would ring out, condemning from within the hollow church of their chest. You couldn't have known that every sentence whispered from her mouth would float on the surface of the swimming pool. I don't care as long as you don't hit on me.
Locker room smells, lynx, Africa, and sweaty feet, looking pointedly down lest I see the golden swallow in the canopy and follow it like an addict's poppy to your lips. If a girl cheats on her boyfriend with another girl, it doesn't count.
It's my birthday, you say. I ask if I can buy you a drink. We head to the bar. RuPaul's Sissy That Walk vibrates through the floor. The crowd of empties clink against each other at the end of the bar. Your hand moves up my back, weaves in and out of my collar. And you are certain we're hers, as you ask for a rum and lemonade. And I haven't done this before, so I fight the urge to say, do you come here often? You scrunch your face up at the fizz of lemonade, and as you lean in, I fall out of myself, and I'm not expecting any of it. Moving across the room with you, condensation from my glass drips onto my hand. You say, I should get back to my boyfriend, and the room empties. Aren't you afraid of AIDS?
Bleached static walls, a nurse's muffled voice. A diagnosis of dirty sex, punishment for a choice to be a filthy queer, deserved punishment with an injection cure. How much punishment must I endure? You guys are lesbians. Can I watch?
Sure. We have ended up in a nightclub that we are bordering on too old for. My friend and her girlfriend are lost in a kiss at the edge of the dance floor. Behind them, a group of 3 men, which turns into 4, 5, 6, 7. Their bulging eyes strain at the sockets reflecting the strobe lights. I think of the fear on my friends' faces, each of them the girl in the horror movie as she turns to face the ghost. Their jeering voices wake us in cold sweat the morning after. Why is everything about sex with you?
On my knees, kissing your ankles, I reach for God, and the fumbling in the dark, trying to write a scripture out of the follicles in your hair. You gasp my name, and it's a sermon, and on the first day there was light, and shame reared its ugly face like a serpent in a tree. I drive you from Eden before you grow weary of me. Do you have to shout about it?
How gentle are our hands when we join them, loosely, ready for a quick release at the first double take. And how still do we keep when I freeze against you, against the walls of an alleyway, as a herd of lions passes? And how quick are we to say that we are only friends, to people who have no business asking, but ask us all the same? I keep hearing that your children are too innocent to learn about us, that we spend too much time parading ourselves in public. How often do I shout about you? How often do I whisper? Why do you have to be so in everyone's face?
Breathless smiles in the dark. I stare into his nostrils, because I daren't risk the weakness of meeting his gaze. I bravely intertwine his pinky and mine, so we may break apart if someone sees. But when the moment comes, I hold tight, and so does he. Thank you.